And it is us, and we are here.
Y'all know we back. Two Brains, One Goal. Another episode, season 2, episode 3. You got your guy, Unconventionally Miles, aka Mr. Frequent Flyer Miles, one half of the conglomerate. Who we got to my left, my partner? What you got?
I am the man, Mr. Freddy in the flesh, Mr. Fly Clips himself. And I do puts it down, you feel me? So, I am. I'm your guy. What's happening, man?
You already know.
How you doing, man?
Good
How
money.
y'all doing
Good
out
money.
there?
Good money.
Hope y'all doing good and fine. Everything fantastic with y'all. It's hot outside here in Arizona. You know what I'm saying? We out here just making sure we live it up and enjoy life.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? We're here for another episode. I want to let you know, people been giving us they've been showing a lot of love, you know what I'm saying, that I've been seeing, you know what I'm
Right.
saying? And,
Absolutely. Me too.
Everybody been giving good feedback, so let's continue to push, make sure this keeps going. And, we just going to have
How's your day? How's your day? Talk to me.
Let's see.
I ain't speak to you today. So how's your day, man? Everything good? Your mental state, your motivation? How is it?
My mental state today is good, but it's been in like a crazy place because earlier in the week, I just like to get this out of the way early. Earlier in the week, my best friend, Mr. Gary Esther, his mother passed away this week.
My condolences. Tell Gary my condolences to his family as well.
I just want to make sure that that he know it and everybody else know. That's my best friend for 25 plus years, and I just want him and his family know that my heart is definitely with him always. She was like a mom to me also, so you know what I'm saying, it's just tough, you know what I'm saying, just something to get through, but at the same time, like I want to say, like it's a celebration of life. It's not like a grievance. Last time I seen her, she wasn't crying, she wasn't hurting, she wasn't in pain. You know what I'm saying? It was a good situation. So, you know what I'm saying? It's bad to see somebody pass away, but at the same time, I really I'm gonna miss her, and I know everybody in her family is gonna miss her. So, Miss Hollis, I love you and I appreciate you, and I'll see you again. But yeah, other than that, my mental state is pretty good. Other than that, man, I had a fantastic experience at the basketball game. I went to the WNBA basketball game, and I sat on the floor seat. You know what I'm saying?
Fire.
Floor seat.
Who won the game? Who did they play? Who won the game? The Mercury. Who the Mercury played?
The Mercury played the Washington Mystics.
Oh, okay.
And they lost the game.
Who lost the game?
The Mercury did. But I'm gonna tell you why they lost the game. Why I think they lost the game. They lost the game because the game before they clinched for the playoffs already.
Okay.
So I think this was like it ain't really
I
ain't really like, okay, we ain't really got to, like, you know what I'm saying, we ain't really got to do nothing, like, you know what I'm saying? So it was like, so
you said Washington Mystics, right?
Yes.
They not in the playoffs.
No.
Okay.
No. But man, when I tell you, them chicks was not missing. Like, Washington Mystics, like, they was shooting, like, they shot a dope percentage from three, like real dope percentage from three. And it was, like I say, it was just like the Mercury was there, but they wasn't there. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, the ones that really be going when it's time to go, it was like they was playing, but it was like, you know what I'm saying? Like, type of little stuff.
Save they self for the playoffs, pretty much.
Yeah.
Pretty much. Save they self for the playoffs.
Yeah. But let me see that. See, I went to the game.
Floor seats.
That was real dope. Shout out to the person that got me to the floor seats. My customer, my client. I've been cutting his hair for some years. His name is Torrance. Torrance, you know what I'm saying? Hopefully tune into the podcast, but I really appreciate you for inviting me to that, man. You're a stand-up 100 guy, and I can't say nothing more. I mean, hey, I appreciate it.
Hold on. Yo, like, Torrance.
Wholeheartedly.
Hold on. Torrance. Make sure you check the podcast. You'll hear your shout out.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? You see
Absolutely.
your barber representing you.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? It seemed like he had an awesome time, so that's fire.
For
man.
sure,
That's
for
dope.
sure, for sure, for sure.
He called me bragging, by the way.
Man,
He called me bragging.
man.
Telling me he going to the game and all that.
I was hoping, you know what I'm saying, hashtag WNBA. I was hoping to, you know what I'm saying, get a chance. Like, I didn't know where I was gonna be sitting at, and I ended up sitting like at the end of the court, and it was like kind of like on the side of the basket, but behind the basket. And like I could talk to somebody if they came to the corner and they were standing in the corner like waiting for the play to develop. Like I could say something there, and they'll probably hear me, but that's like to the extent of it.
I'm
like,
saying at the
if I would have
stage,
been,
listen.
but if I would have been on the other side where it was going to the game, you know, they'd be having the people sitting closer to the bench now. Like, you know what I'm saying? If I would have been sitting in one of them seats,
nah, hold on.
we would have got to guess. I'm like, hey, podcast.
But look at it like
2V1G, check us out.
Yo, if anybody know any Phoenix Mercury players, you know what I'm saying? We love to interview them. We love what they do. When we see them grinding, we see them being a professional athlete, really showing their game. We love to interview them. You know what I'm saying?
Natasha Cloud.
We love to interview a WNBA player from the Phoenix Mercury.
Any of them.
Yes, any of them.
Any of them.
You know?
And I'm just dropping names because I like hoops, or you know what I'm saying? I know a few of y'all.
We appreciate your talent and what you're doing.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah.
So how about you? What you got? You know what I'm saying? What you had going on?
My week was good. My week was good. I just woke up. My mental state is great.
Okay.
I'm in a learning state right now. So I'm learning a lot of different things about not only about myself, but about content creating, about the camera business. Learning the ISO and the shutter speed. Like I sound like a nerd talking about it. Shout out to everybody who know that. So learning that.
Be on that. That's
good.
Man, that's
I'm trying to learn
I'll be
all
learning
of that.
from you a little bit. So
man.
You know what I'm saying? I appreciate that.
Yeah, no worries at all. So the biggest thing is seeing growth in a lot of areas that I wasn't good at. You know, and that camera space and the confidence and not letting things that I'm not good at put me down.
Absolutely.
Stop me from trucking and moving forward.
Absolutely.
So I'm good. I'm in a great space. I only can control what I can control, and that's a model that's exact in my life currently.
Right.
You know, so yeah, I'm good, man.
Okay.
I'm good.
Okay. Well, man. Well, you know what? You started off today. What's you know what I'm saying? What's the
who's your favorite hip hop artist right now underground? Mine's is 38 Special. Out the gate. Out the gate.
See, but you in the camp. You in the camp where I'm at though. But I can still call him underground because a lot of people still don't know who he is.
And I'm just saying underground because he's not a mainstream artist. To me, he's not underground.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Everybody don't know him.
Conway the Machine, man.
Okay. Conway the Machine.
I mean, you know what I'm saying? Listen, man. This man got Bell's palsy, G. He tell you in the rhyme, man. This man mouth crooked. And this man be rolling, man. This man right here, I went down. Matter of fact, I went and seen him at
Oh, you went to the concert?
Yeah. Here when he came here. Where was it at? The Monarch, I want to say, I think it was. Because Sauce Walker came with him too. They did the one track I liked that they got. But man, listen, that man go in, man. That man go in. That man got bars.
Him, bruh. Benny the Butcher, and someone else. They had an interview. I mean, not interview, a freestyle. Crazy. I can't remember on what radio station. It was like overseas, but that 38 Special on Sway in the Morning.
Oh, the one. I think I just heard that one. I just heard that one.
Yo.
I just heard it. That them
Ball
dudes.
Mitzvah.
Them dudes. I'm gonna tell you somebody else that's with them that people like sleep on. Is Ransom.
Hold on, Ransom ain't with them. Ransom cool with them. Ransom from Jersey. Ransom was part of 18. Ransom was a part of Stack Bundles and Joe Button. Yo, he was down with Clue, bro.
Listen, Ransom just did an album with
Ransom was with the 18 first. Ransom been popping.
And Ransom and Conway just did a album I was just listening to 2 days ago, or something like that.
Right.
Them boys be spitting. spitting.
You don't
G.
remember
Lyrics
Ransom
is
from when he signed with DJ Clue, Desert Storm?
I do, but I like
Been fire.
but he wasn't really on a whole lot of things for me to like really like soak him in like that. So I really didn't like, you know what I'm saying? So when I got a chance, like when the Griselda thing came back,
Hitchcock and Ransom.
I think I tapped into him more a little bit before the Griselda thing really hit me. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, Ransom is a roller.
Ransom,
you know what I'm saying? What up, Jordan?
Yeah, Ransom
Ransom been nice. Nicey necessities in these houses. Yo, what's good? That's Tracy.
Yeah, I know. I know. But that's who I'm going. I'm going 38 Special right now.
Yeah, 38 Special. You know I'm saying? He a monster, man.
Yeah, like, yeah.
And then I was listening to another podcast, and Graf was on there, and he was talking about how 38 Special and him
produced his whole album
a whole lot, and he just and he was talking about how he gave him a lot of game and for the game, and like really like being able to maximize his the stuff that he hadn't been doing or whatever. So I was like, man, that's fire right there. That's
Graf nice too. I'm just so excuse me when I look at 38 Special. I heard so much more of Benny the Butcher and Conway the Machine.
Yeah.
Right. So I don't look at them as new artists. Whereas 38 Special, similar to what you said as like with Ransom, is like I heard like maybe like 15, 20 joints. But when you catch me and I gotta keep rewinding it, I'm like, oh yeah, he's different. Then I start going back and listening to everything and watching all the videos and watching how he speak. So you could rap good, but I want to know your story, how you speak and how you carry yourself.
Absolutely, because those things matter. When I started to listen to what you're saying, those things really come into play. Absolutely, right. Yeah.
What you think of the NBA, man? Just what you think? Olympics is over, right? So now NBA season about to start next month, the end of the month, right? So if you would give me your top 3 teams coming out of the West and East right now, right? Like who do you think, right? This is all based upon the transactions that you've seen. That can change. This ain't in stone. Right. You know what I'm saying?
Well, okay. I go like, did you say East and West, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna go. You said top 3?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, let's go East first. I go, obviously the champs, Boston. I go Boston, New York, and it's kind of toss up for 3, so it can be like a tie. So I go Boston, New York, and I want to put Indiana in there, but I just can't. But at the same time, I'm gonna say Boston, New York, and Milwaukee for the East. West. And I'm gonna be totally biased, absolutely, because I can. I'm gonna go Lake Show because that's just what I'm gonna do. Lakers, Denver have to be. Man. Man, that's hard for the, and you know, I was just gonna throw one out there, but I just can't throw it out there like that. I say Sacramento.
That's your final answers?
Yeah, that's it.
West for me, OKC.
What's up to the people tuning in?
OKC, Minnesota, and the Mavericks.
Mavericks. Yeah, I forgot about Minnesota.
I'll
be forgetting in the West.
Denver got to prove it to me. And I know people gonna be like, "What do you mean?" Like Jamal Murray this summer, he didn't look too good.
And he just got the money.
That don't mean nothing.
Did you see that today?
Yeah, 208. But at the end of the day, he was looking shaky. So this is just my.
But he was injured, right?
Once again, when you're a shorter guard and you get hurt lower extremities, it's not easy to come back from.
Yeah.
Right? And they lost KCP and they got Russell Westbrook in return.
But how short is he, Tay?
6'2", 6'3".
Thanks. I mean, well, for the league, that's short, yeah.
You know what I mean? So when I look at East, Boston, the 76ers, I like what they did. You didn't even put the 76ers on it. That's crazy.
No.
Bugging out.
No, because again, they I ain't got no faith.
Bugging out. I'm talking about
I ain't got no faith, man.
I got you.
I got no faith, man.
Okay, cool.
They gotta put something. They gotta show me something. Paul George gotta stay healthy for the whole season.
I'm gonna go Knicks. The Bucks gotta show me something.
Yeah, you're right.
Bucks gotta show me something. I know what I'm getting from Embiid. 40 and he gonna be out a couple games.
See?
I'm just saying. But the same thing with Giannis and Damian Lillard. What you mean?
But this really the first time Giannis been out like this.
No, it's not. He been hurt every year for the last 3 years. Look it up. Look it up. Every year for the last 3 years, he's been hurt.
No, but I'm just saying this time, he's the only one. He usually end up finishing most seasons. He might get hurt during them, but he usually end up finishing. Or if they wouldn't win a championship.
Yo, bro, they won the championship, and then years after that, he been hurt every year. He's been hurt in the playoffs.
Right, but they won a championship. What, 3 years ago? They won like 3 years ago, right?
2020. So 3 years.
Yeah.
So 3 years after those years, he was hurt every year. You know what I'm saying? And Chris Middleton.
Now Chris Middleton been hurt a lot.
A lot too. Big injuries.
And he had surgery too. Though,
right. Giannis wasn't getting surgery.
Right.
You know, just by I'm basing it off of the transactions. You put Indiana in there, right? Did you say Indiana or no?
I said I should, but I want to say I didn't.
So you got now look. The Sixers have
What's up, Roy? Hey, Deborah.
What's the guard from the Sixers? I can't think of his name right now.
Tyrese Maxey.
Tyrese Maxey, Paul George,
Paul George.
Embiid. Hold on, Embiid. They basically, how many players did they lose? They didn't lose too many players.
No, they didn't.
So basically, you got rid of
and they just picked up Paul.
Who?
I mean, yeah, they just picked
Paul
up Paul.
George. Yeah, but they got rid of
They got rid of light skinned boy.
Yeah. I can't remember his name right now. So would you? I can't think of his name, bro.
I see his face too.
Yeah, me too. I can't think.
What's his name? Tobias.
Tobias Harris.
Yeah, Tobias
Harris. Is Tobias Harris better than Paul George? No. Is he? But does he play more games? Absolutely.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I'm still who gonna guard Paul George on the East? The East don't got a lot of wing defenders.
Shoot, I mean, but hell, Boston got enough wing defenders.
That's one team.
But other than that, I mean, they got wing defenders. I mean, you got
who gonna guard him on? Who gonna guard him on Milwaukee?
Chris Middleton.
Gonna guard who?
Paul George.
Are you crazy? Yo, I know Paul George
too little or something.
I know Paul George get hurt, but Paul George got one of the best handles in the league at 6'8", 6'9". He top 2. What you talking about?
Okay, so that means can't nobody. I got a handle. So that means can't nobody.
No, 1-on-1. Who's checking? You bugging?
This guy, man.
1-on-1. Who? Paul George stops himself.
No.
Nobody checking Paul George, bro. Jimmy Butler gonna guard him or Maxey? Gotta pick your poison.
Jimmy Butler can guard whoever. It don't even matter.
Maxey's a bona fide all-star now. Y'all bugging. He might be the most reliable player on the Sixers.
Well, again,
bugging out, bro. He just got that big bag too.
Yeah,
bugging out.
He did.
Bugging out.
But still, though,
is Maxey better than Murray from the Nuggets right now?
Than Jamal Murray?
You tell me.
No.
You tell me.
No.
Okay.
He's not.
No. Who had a better season?
He's not.
We ain't talking about NBA championships.
Why we can't talk about that?
Yo, bro. So basically, being that he got an NBA championship last year, he better than him this year.
Who won the championship last year?
I just said that.
Boston.
No. Boston won this year pretty much. Last year, what I'm saying is, if basically since Denver won, Jamal Murray's automatically better than Maxey.
That's just how it goes.
Yo, so let me ask you this: is Jaylen Brown better than Luka? My point exactly. Come on, stop playing, man. Man, I got my energy up.
Depends on who you ask.
Better than him. He's not better than Luka. You wouldn't start no team.
I'm good. How you doing, baby?
You wouldn't start no team.
I hope you're okay.
Around Hold on. Let me give him a moment to talk his talk.
No, I'm just talking on. I'm just talking on the live, man. That's all.
No, go ahead.
No, go. I'm sorry. I was.
Nah, like that was that. You saying that's somebody important. I'm being serious.
No, that was Gary's sister.
That's why I'm saying it's somebody important.
Okay, no, and I said. I mean, you know, I was just saying.
So let me ask you this: would you start a team around Murray over Maxey right now?
He said, "Would I start Murray over Maxey right now?"
No. Would you start a team, like build a team,
Okay,
around Murray over Maxey?
no, because he's younger, obviously. Tyrese Maxey is younger than him.
So who's better? Because if he's not better than him, you would.
I think Jamal Murray is still better than him. It still doesn't make him better. I mean, it don't. I mean, not for me. That's not what I would base it on. Like, so I mean, I still don't think he's better.
Okay. Okay. What you got for me?
Well, I was gonna ask you a real like. It was something I have to make sure I put it in the right context, right?
Yep.
When you have somebody around you, right, that you just say that you decide that you're gonna show this person some grace and you're going to be in their corner, right?
Mm-hmm.
How much help is too much help to a person that you are trying to, like, you know, give that nudge to? You know what I'm saying? Like, the person that you are really trying to, like, be there for. How much is it that you give to that person in order for them to get what they need to get? Or is it like okay, like, I give you 2 months, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna be there for you. And if you don't do what you need to do, it's, you know what I'm saying? Like, how long is too long to help someone further themselves without bringing you down?
So I got boundaries. So I create boundaries of what I will and won't do, right? So if I create a boundary and I'm helping someone and it starts burning me out, it starts stressing me out, I stop helping them, right? If I'm doing something that's enabling them and making them worse, I stop helping them. If I'm trying to help them and I see it's not going nowhere and I'm getting frustrated because I want them to do something on my time, I stop helping them, because individuals, the help that you provide in that individual is not on your time.
Right.
So once I realize that and know that and I exhausted all options, I got to move on. Right? Me not helping them doesn't make me a bad person. Me saying, hey, I can't help you no more, I did everything I can, doesn't make me a bad person. Sometimes people got to go through the struggle.
Right.
If you save a person before they learned their lesson in the struggle, sometimes you hurt them even more. Right? So me creating a boundary, like, we all got to have boundaries of what we're not going to let happen and how far we will go. Right? Like
right. So is that tied? I mean, but so is that tied to a time limit, or like you say, like, like when you decided that you just fed up with what you're doing?
It's not even fed up when I start when it starts messing with me mentally and it start hindering my day to day, because you could try to help somebody so much and make you mad.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it's right, individuals absolutely. I tried to help and I'm like, yo, how don't you get it? It's not on my time though.
Right.
You know, right. So that's the biggest thing, knowing it's not on your time. And when you're a person that's always trying to fix something, you can put yourself in a deeper situation, right? You used to being a fixer. Like, when something's wrong, you try to make it better for a person, you know? So me not being able to help you, once again, doesn't say anything about my character. I tried, I couldn't help you, I'm gonna move on.
Right.
That's it. Like, it's not a deep thought for me anymore, because it happened to me so much. And I remember how I left the situation when I exhausted all my options and it still didn't work. And then somebody else come along and it's just like, oh, now it works. So that's how it happens. It's like even with parents, right?
Right.
A parent could tell a kid something and the kid won't listen. Then a random person would tell them and they like, oh, I get it now.
Yes.
It happens like that.
Absolutely.
So
absolutely. I came up with a name for that. I call it the 6th grade syndrome.
Why 6th grade?
Just because you're still in elementary school and you really haven't graduated from thinking that somebody that's close to you is really trying to tell you the best thing. You know what I'm saying? And also I say that because I want to say that happened to me in like 6th grade.
Oh, okay.
4th, 5th, it was between 4th and 6th grade.
Right.
Like my mother, I came home from school talking about a math problem, and my mother, they showed me how to do the math problem. I went back to school, and the teacher was like, "No, you don't do it like that. You do it like this." And I went back home like, "Mom, you said what you said was wrong."
Wow. Nah.
But it was the same. It was the same problem. It was just a different way to get to the answer. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And I ended up.
That's how math usually is.
And I was trying to take his word over hers because I thought it was right, until you really realize she really was telling me the right thing.
So what made you ask somebody else? Because you could have just listened to your moms. What made you ask somebody else as if your mother was wrong?
No, because when the teacher went back and checked my problem, like he's seen how I done it, like, you know, because even when you have to write it out and see the whole
show your work,
you know what I'm saying? Much. So when he seen the work, he was like, "No, don't do it like this. Do it, you know what I'm saying? You should do it like this." And then when I went back, she was like, "Why?" You know, she went crazy. You know, well, why you do it? Why she forget him? I ain't gotta do it. What you talking about? I'm like,
she probably still looking at you sideways,
man. Right now, I'm telling you, she on the live. I'm sure yes. She gonna have something to say.
I got something. So, how easy is it? Easy for you to be on camera? Is it easy for you to do a podcast? Like putting yourself in front of the camera to be scrutinized and judged. How do you overcome just putting yourself out
there? That's a very good question. I have, as we have done this, and I'm gonna tell you the real truth, like as we have done this, to me, like, and me, you have talks off camera, whatever, about certain stuff, and really the thing that makes me a lot comfortable about being on camera is that I'm doing it with you. You know what I'm saying? If I was doing it by myself, I probably would do less because I'm so like extra with myself. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm overcritical of myself most of the time. But it is taking me a minute to get comfortable just being able to talk because of, for one, the era of time that I'm from. You know what I'm saying? You're not supposed to talk about stuff that go on with you and reveal, you know what I'm saying, like certain things just because, you know what I'm saying, it was, you know, what go on at home, stay at home type of thing. Like, you know what I'm saying? So it's always just been that. So just to be comfortable in front of the camera and really like expressing myself and telling people how I've, like, a couple of times. That's why, like, again, just having you to be able to to help me sharpen what's going on and to be able to point out stuff that I can really take constructively and change, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's taking me a minute to be able to really grasp hold to listening to somebody and applying what I'm listening if it's not really like something that I'm really trying to do. So with me, I know I really want to do this.
Right.
And I really want to make sure I try to do it to the best of my ability. I'm taking all criticism to and from however I have to get it or see it or somebody point it out to me or whatever. But it's taking me a minute to get comfortable. But at the same time, like I say, it's just different. You know what I'm saying? It's really different, like in this day and age. And some, like I had to say to somebody, and I said it to a couple people, and I know I said it to you before. I was like, at some point, I wanted to see if I can get, a so-called internet move, like make a move to see if I was able to do what I've seen other people doing, like, you know what I'm saying, and see if it's doable. And now that I see it's doable, it's just about me doing it. Like, so it's just about me again making sure I had the right people around me and for me to be able to be lifted up and be like, okay, you can do this, and you know what I'm saying, that's what makes it comfortable for me. You do, bro, like for real, like you really make it comfortable for me a lot, because otherwise, you know me, I've probably been to cut somebody else out by now.
Man, no.
And you know I will too.
Yeah.
You know I will too. So no, yeah, that's definitely for me. Now, okay, now me knowing you, I would assume that you were always kind of comfortable with something like this, even though we wasn't doing nothing like this, but it just seemed from the outside looking in that you would be like comfortable with it. How comfortable with it are you though?
You know what? I always wanted to. So I look at it as content creating, right? Like I was always a person that knew how to create, but I used to give my ideas to everybody else instead of being in front of a camera. So I asked myself, like, I had to really look myself in the mirror and be like, why not me? Everybody else is doing it. And no shade at everybody else, but I don't feel like their story's better than mine. I don't feel like they can articulate better than me, right? But in return, instead of looking at everybody else and saying, you're not better than me, I need to put myself out there
and show you why you're
not
better.
And look at myself.
Right,
and
right.
Anyone who knows me, I always been a conversationalist where individuals could talk to me and get a good amount of game and get information, and we could bounce ideas back and forth with one another. Like even when I first met you, I used to always ask you questions on how to get better. That's no different than a podcast to me. It's no different, right? So it's like your mind is always going to make what you're afraid a lot worse. So if you're scared of something and you start you start telling yourself you're scared, it's going to be a lot worse than what it really is.
Yeah.
If I'm being myself in front of the camera, if I'm giving information that I truly believe in, why am I worried about what people say negative?
Right.
So I just feel as if being yourself and creating content, if you don't want to do that, I get it, but don't be scared to try it. You never know how good you are. Even though you say, hey, I thought you would always be good at it. Nah, it was times I was like, yo, I'm giving this, people gonna look at this. I don't care.
Right.
Like I don't care about any negativity because I'm applying pressure to positivity.
Absolutely.
So
man, say that again, man.
Yeah,
I don't know if everybody caught that. I think you said that a little bit too fast.
Yeah.
People might have tripped on that.
I don't care about negativity because I'm applying pressure with positivity.
Applying pressure with positivity.
Yeah, like
man, that's tough. I need to put that on a t-shirt or something. Man.
Like seriously. And I'm with my guy, right? So it's like this is the conversation in the car. This is late night driving home. This is over the Hennessy and Cavassier when we both was drinking. This is all that is. We're just allowing an audience that care about what we talk about into our conversation.
I tell people that all the time.
That's all it is.
I was like, if we didn't do this, we still would talk like this.
Absolutely.
We talk like this already for years anyway. So this is just us. Like I was just like, people would probably be interested in the conversation that we had
for like 2-3 years though.
Before we
like
even
before
we even tried to do it. So
this wasn't like, yo, we gonna do it and it happened right away.
Right.
We talked about it, and then you was like, yo, I Media Main Magazine saying great, like boom, I got somebody. I was like, yeah, all right, whatever.
Yeah,
then you was like, yeah, I do. And then so you orchestrated a lot, even though you don't feel like you know what I'm saying?
Right.
You still put one foot over the other, like you know what I mean? And both hands wash the other.
Right. Absolutely.
I mean, one hand wash the other, both hands wash the face. So it's like, yo, bro, like it's not hard, man.
It's not, man.
It's not difficult. What's difficult is how you view yourself. As long as you view yourself in a certain light and you like who you see in the mirror, you should like who you see in front of the camera.
What up, T?
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So
yeah.
That's where I'm at.
Also, something I want to get out the way. The shirt I'm wearing today is
show the shirt,
pretty much it's like we've been saying that we're gonna promote people, you know what I'm saying, that have clothing lines, whatever y'all have, whatever what's going
Right.
on. So I want to shout out my man Anthony Smith, him and his clothing line all in one. You know what I'm saying? This is the shirt. You know what I'm saying? See if I can turn around the back. See the back. You know what I'm saying? See the back of it.
Yeah.
You know
Hold on. Yeah, we good now.
So,
I got the whole.
you know
Yep.
what I mean? So
Shout out to that young man getting to it.
So,
You know what I mean?
I just want to make sure everybody, you know what I'm saying, if you can go on Instagram, I think he got the all-in-one page on Instagram as well. You know what I'm saying? So just want to make sure I give him a shout out, Anthony, all-in-one clothing line. You know what I'm saying? Check him out, look him up. You know, we trying to promote,
Right.
help people out, you know what I'm saying, get everybody involved. You know what I'm saying? Because if everybody ain't involved, everybody can't get none. You feel me? Everybody want to get some of this, you heard?
What I don't
So,
understand is, you got mad followers on Facebook. You know what I'm saying? If any of you guys got questions, make sure you comment on the page.
Yes, please.
You know what I'm saying?
Please.
If you got something going on, comment on the page.
You know what I'm saying? Put it up there again,
Right.
because I have to go back through the comments. You know what I'm saying? I comment back on people's stuff. So, you know what I'm saying? We trying to make this go. You know what I'm saying? Like last time we had hashtag trying, right?
Yeah, I'm trying.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm still trying.
I sent that out a couple times. So again,
Right.
when we put them out there, you know what I'm saying? We just trying to light a fire. You know what I'm saying? If you can continue to keep throwing matches at it, that's what's happening.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? We trying to get everything to go as smooth as possible. You know what I'm
Another
saying?
thing is, make sure you go to our Instagram as well. Instagram, you're gonna see a lot of shorts of the whole podcast. You know, so if it's a message or something we stated on the podcast that you're really digging,
and on both our Instagrams, like in both our Instagrams, you got to make sure that y'all go to them, because
right.
we make sure that we put all the shorts on both of them, and we always I always put the full episodes
Right.
on my YouTube, which is Freddie Party. His YouTube / Freddie Party. You go there. That's where all the content is at. You can see all the old episodes from season 1, and this is season 2, episode 3. So episode 112, episode 15. We've done 15.
Yeah. And then as far as me, it's Mr. Frequent Flyer Miles on Instagram. You're gonna see a lot of reels. I'm telling you, the stuff I'm posting, you can get through your day with it. It's a lot of good information. If you're at work and you're not feeling it, you're gonna get some game. If you're in a car, you know what I'm saying? You might start listening to me more than you listen to the radio, based on what's out there.
For real, man.
So it's Mr. Frequent Flyer Miles on Instagram. TikTok is Unconventionally Miles. That's booming. You got my YouTube, Motivation, the letter N, Consistency. And that's booming as well. Make sure you check it out. Like, share, subscribe. You know what I'm saying? So it's some good stuff on there. And it's going to be a lot. Like, another thing, tune in on my Soul Food Sundays. Soul Food Sundays booming. So we're going to have a lot of content coming out. He got the man. And
you know what? I'm gonna display it right here, right now, because my man made sure we lighting fires up under each other. You know what I'm saying? So I am going to be starting a new segment from my barbershop, and it's gonna be called Client Conversations.
Finally, bro.
Like, so I'm gonna finally do it. It's gonna be called Client Conversations.
When's the first episode? This is the first time I'm hearing about this.
I'm gonna be talking. Pressure. Right. I'm gonna be picking a client. I'm gonna talk to him. I'm gonna ask him a question, and we're gonna go from there. And it's gonna be the whole time that I'm cutting their hair. Fire. So you're gonna see me cut their hair, and you're gonna hear the conversation that I have with them while I cut their hair. So
you might get famous.
This is gonna be on that joint. This is gonna be displayed on my barbershop, my Fly Clips page. So please, I'm gonna send it out. Be looking out for it. It'll be coming up in the next couple of weeks. So please start looking out for it. But yes, this is what we gonna start this rolling, and we gonna make sure that everything is good. Y'all can check me out in either arena. You know what I'm saying? Holler at me. Let me know what y'all like. Let me know what y'all don't like. What y'all want to see. What y'all don't want to see. I might get a chance to have some girl twerk for y'all while I'm cutting hair or something. Hey, you know what I'm saying? You never know.
Yo. Yo. What you got? What you got for me?
Oh man. What else? It was something I was gonna make sure that I said to you about too, man. And it just slips me right now, man. See, I had it ran down in my head too. I kind of got through it too. I had one more thing I was going to, that was like concretely that I was going, and it was about somebody's that I seen.
What was it? A rapper?
Yeah. Oh, that's what it was. R.I.P. to Rich Homie Quan,
Yeah,
man.
R.I.P. to Rich Homie Quan.
And that's what I was going to ask you. These young men and women are going crazy with whatever this fentanyl, this like taking these pills, like just this whole culture of just it ain't drugs like I've known or seen. Like I just mentioned to somebody, matter of fact, today, when I was cutting their hair. I can't say that I know too many people that really do drugs. You know how back in the days, everybody used to be like, everybody got a crackhead in their family. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I mean? Like, it was just a rampant thing. Like, everybody got a crackhead in their family. Like, you know what I'm saying? But now it seems like everybody got a pillhead in their family. Or, you know what I'm saying? Like, the whole dynamic then changed. And it's like, and especially around here, a lot of these young people are dying off taking one pill. And just trying one pill and
did they say what he passed away from?
I didn't catch what if they did. I just know like when you died at 31, it had to be something that you're doing to yourself. 31, no, I think it was 34.
34.
It's something that you're doing to yourself. I mean, he didn't get shot in a drive-by. You know what I'm saying? Did nobody kill him? Did nobody stab him? Like, you know what I'm saying? Because if that would have been a narrative, you would have really seen, you know what I'm saying, all type. But you know what I'm saying? But it was just, you just woke up one day and it was like, oh man, this young man passed away. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, it's just crazy. Like, so, like, do you see the culture be that, like, are you seeing what I'm seeing? Like, as far as it just seemed like it's out of control.
Yeah, like I'm in tune though, but he had an interview on at a gentleman's podcast and he talked about his drug issues and trying to get sober.
I seen that.
Right? So
I seen that.
I look at it in two ways, right? I think just individuals taking drugs and not really knowing what they're doing is at an all-time high, and a lot more people are dying a lot like much younger. But at the same time, it makes me think about people's mental state. Because usually when you take a drug, it's for partying or you're trying to escape. You're trying to escape the reality of what's going on. Mm-hmm. Right? So I'm not going to judge anybody because I don't know what that person was going through. I don't know if they had a person to talk to.
Right.
You know, you see what I'm saying? Right. So I'm looking at it from that route. It's a lot of every year you got either someone you know or quote unquote celebrity passing away from something that we don't think, but the hardest fight is your mind. It's the hardest fight. The hardest fight is your mind. So I'm not going to judge somebody on that, but that's why I always say on him, make sure you check on your peoples. Yeah. Right? Because I don't know if it could have been prevented. Yeah. It sounds like it could have, but you don't know what he was fighting, what he was facing. Yeah. You dig what I'm saying? So I understand what you're saying, but on the flip side, man, it make me look at life more critically and like, yo, man, find something you could do that no matter what, it could get you through the day and it can avoid you from jumping off the deep end. Yeah. Like we see an artist that made a ton of money and we're looking like, yo, how can you do this? I don't know what that man was going through, and I don't mean you in general. So
right.
Yo, be careful. Like I don't do any drugs, I don't drink, I don't do any of that. Right. So I can't talk to that. But the thing I could say is trying to run away from your problems is not the way to go about it. And no matter what you do, whether you drink, you smoke, you pop pills, I wouldn't advise you to do those things, right? But you got to face your reality once the highway is down. Once that highway is down, the reality hits you again, and it's a lot worse because it's stacking up all the problems you had that you just came across. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. Rest in peace to his family, his loved ones, and everything like that.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna say this should be a learning lesson, but pay
But it
attention
should
to
be.
what's going on around you
Yeah.
because we know. I don't want to get too far into it. That happened in the shooting in Georgia at the high school,
Yeah.
right? So it's a
Yeah.
lot of stuff going
Yeah.
on.
Yeah.
Like if it's not drugs, it's this. If
Right.
it's every day
Right.
something's going on. That could night. Hold on, my condolences to the people who lost someone or
Yes.
someone got injured from that.
Yes.
My condolences
Yes.
out to you guys
Yes,
before I
absolutely.
even go on.
Yeah.
That's PTSD for the rest of people's lives.
Yeah.
We
Yeah.
don't know what that's going to lead them to do.
Yeah.
You know, like
Yeah, for
it's just a
real.
lot going on. So
Yeah.
I wanted to answer it on that question after I digested your question. I looked at what was going on,
Mhm.
but unfortunately, that's not the first, and it may not be the last.
Right. Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, that's tough. Yes, because like you said, I mean, we try to avoid those things in life, especially in our lives, especially being Black men in general. And then when you see it happen,
mhm.
it's tough.
I know people
And it
who
always happen to kids, man. Like it's always
but
happening to
even
the
drink,
kids.
you
man.
could drink and do something. Like
Yeah.
it's not. Yo, listen, everything isn't for everybody. Hard drugs.
Man,
I don't know.
that's why, man. I'll be trying to get people to stop eating food. You know what I'm saying? Let alone some illicit drug people standing, you know what I'm saying, somewhere being zombies about, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, so
But that's
it's
another
like,
thing, right? Like
it's a whole, like, that's like,
food is a drug,
it's just crazy. Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
It's addictive. A lot of things that you can't shake, and they inflate a feeling of feeling good, and it's not natural.
Yeah.
Can be considered a drug.
Touching them endorphins.
Caffeine.
Yeah, whatever touching
Candy,
endorphin. Yeah, absolutely.
Right. Like so, you know,
whatever so-called make you happy.
man.
You know what I'm saying? If it's something that you got to grab hold to that make you happy, you're addicted to it. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Period. I mean, hey, I'm addicted to a couple things I can't even front. But
I don't.
you know what I'm saying? I mean, but at the same time, if you let life take you over, you're not addicted to life no more. You understand what I'm saying? Like
Life ain't easy.
you got to be addicted to life more than you're addicted to things in life.
Yeah, from escaping.
You know what I'm saying? You have to be addicted to life. Life has to be something that you want to grab hold to more than you want to grab hold to a fucking biscuit, a donut, you know what I'm saying? A line of dope, you know what I'm saying? Or something. Like it gotta be something, it gotta be more to it. It has to be more. You have to make more to it. You know what I'm saying? You just cannot make it to be, oh man, well, I just live to be happy about this one thing. Like, you know what I'm saying? It has to be more. Like you have to make it more. Because if you don't make it more, you just drag around the house or you just drag around. Like, you know what I'm saying? You're not doing what you should. What's up, Lamont?
Another thing is,
bro?
Yo, listen, man. People listening. Don't live for a moment. Live in your moment.
Absolutely.
You know, like
absolutely.
Individuals will live for a specific thing to happen and willing to risk their life for. That's no matter what you do. Go for everything you want, but make sure you earn it the right way.
Absolutely.
You know, like it just because you see somebody else with it don't mean you should try to take it. Right? I remember, I'm not gonna even say who it was. I'm gonna ask you this question. So I'm talking to one of my guys, and he's like, yo, if I was down and out, I'll go rob somebody to make sure I could take care of my family. And I was like, so you're willing to risk everything, even your family, to rob somebody to get what you want? He was like, yeah, but I'm like, what if you don't make it home? What kind of pain you gonna put on your family?
Yeah.
So to say that is, a lot of individuals don't think about the outcome.
No.
They focus on the good thing that can happen, but
right.
they don't focus on the outcome.
Right.
Right. So how do you think people can change their mindset on really paying attention of the overall things that can happen compared to just saying, okay, if I do this, I'm gonna get the money. But they're not looking at all the obstacles that it's gonna take, and they're not looking at all the end goals. You know what I'm saying? Like it's a ton of things that can happen. You're just focusing on what you think is gonna happen, and you're one track minded on that.
And that's the thing. Those people are small space thinkers. They only gonna think of, like you say, they only gonna think of what they want to, instead of thinking of the whole picture. They thinking, you know what I'm saying, they thinking, and we'll put it in our terms, they thinking in reels and clips when they supposed to be thinking in full stories. You thinking in reels and clips, your life gonna be fucked up thinking in reels and clips.
Yeah,
that's
facts.
I mean, because now we back to the microwave. Now we back to the
trailer. Trailer of the movie.
Exactly. And don't know what's going on. You really need to watch the movie because the trailer ain't doing nothing but getting you to the movie. You know what I'm saying? But everybody has this
instant gratification.
And nobody has patience in getting something later on. And that's the thing. And like, we like to talk about things in certain race or people terms and putting in like, well, these people take their time. That's why they got money. And these people don't take their time. That's why they don't have. I mean, but it's real sometimes. Like, long as you, like dudes say, in colors, man, we can either walk down this hill and have them all, or we can run down the hill and take one. Which one you want to take? Right. You know what I'm saying? And it's the patience of the whole thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's patience in everything, even in things that go extra fast. It's still patient, because
that's the highlight. That's the end goal.
Because even in the chaos, you gotta be able to navigate the patience of it. You know what I'm saying? And if you can grab hold to that and hold on to that, man, that's the man. When you get in that control, people get scared of that though, because now they like, oh man, I can. No, you can chill.
Right.
Like, now you don't have no, you know what I'm saying? Now you don't have to move around like you Sonic the Hedgehog. You know what I'm saying? Now you can, you know what I'm saying? Now you can float through like you Snoop and Halfback.
Yeah, I'm me personally, I'm patient with the process. Sometimes patience can cause you not to move forward. So you got to know the difference.
Yeah.
You know, not you, but you got to know the difference.
No, absolutely.
You know? So
absolutely.
You got to know when it's not patience no more. You're lazy.
Yes.
You just don't want to do it. You don't have the motivation to do it.
Yeah, and you can't have patience. You can't, patience and laziness will not. Yeah, nah. Like you say, like, and they can't be misconstrued because of because a lazy person will tell you, I'm just trying to be patient and wait on this thing to go through, when you just ain't got no drive, and you ain't got no drive in the first place. Like, you know what I'm saying? So no, you definitely right about that. That's
I got a great question for you.
All right.
It's about relationships. Okay. Are we cool to move forward on that? I'm not being funny because you said I caught you off guard before.
The one time, you did, yeah, but no, we cool.
So, are you the type of individual that date off of potential or date the person for who they are?
And we put this in the sense of me not knowing the person, right?
You can answer the question however you want to answer the question. That's your way to answer it.
I would say I would date off of who they are.
Okay.
Because I mean, as much as I would like to do something with your potential, I can't do that with your potential. I can only do with what you are and who you are.
Okay.
So yeah. Yeah, that's that.
So when you date someone based upon who they are you so basically you're dating the finished product?
No, I know no one is a finished product.
Okay.
But I'm dating you for who you are, because at some point everything changes, and for whatever reason, like you say, and it's bad to say, people show with their representative instead of with the real person. So again, with the patience, I got to be patient enough to get through knowing this person that they showing me, and then wait until it's time to know the person that I'm gonna get a chance to know at the end, or you know what I'm saying, as it goes forward. You know what I'm saying? Because again, nobody likes to give their real self in the beginning. You know what I'm saying? Like, nobody likes to just be like, hey, this is who I am. I'm kind of crazy. I might bust your windows.
Wow.
I chew my gum hard. Like, I'm like, oh, okay. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, nobody's going to give you a full resume. Like, dude ain't going to tell you, I'm a stalker, I'm possessive. And if you decide that you're going to wear them shorts out, I'm going to beat you until you get back into the house and put on something else. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, nobody never tells you the real deal. Like, you know what I'm saying? So you don't find out until you find out. And that's terrible, but that's how it is, man. Like, that's nuts. What up, Ken?
Okay.
So yeah. Okay. You got to answer that too.
Yeah, I know. No, I was just waiting for you to finish. I was waiting for you to finish. Nah, I don't do anything off of potential, because if I'm dating someone off of potential, that's based upon what I think their potential is.
Right.
So then automatically I'm putting a facade on something. It's not real.
Right. You
Because my potential of what I'm thinking somebody's going to be can be far removed of what they can actually become. Right. So before I even date somebody, I'm not looking at potential. I'm paying attention to traits. But I gotta know first. Why you laughing? Why you laughing? This dude is crazy, man.
Cause man, okay, that's what we talk about. My man Ken and Cam, what up, Big Ken? Big Ken that came on here, and he said we was talking about. You want me to read? I'm gonna read. I'm gonna read you what he said. I'll read you what he said. He said I tell her everything, blood.
I ain't mad, and I ain't mad at him. I'm not mad at him. Like, nah.
Wait a minute. He said let her make an educated choice.
And shout outs to him. Shout outs to him. Like,
hey,
yeah, shout outs to him.
That's how.
Yeah, that's it. Nah, because at the end of the day, based upon what he said, is you either gonna rock with me or you not.
Or you not.
I let you know what it is. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, but now I'm not dating off of no potential.
Nah.
You know what I'm saying? You are who you are.
Yeah, because ain't nobody date me off potential. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm old now. Ain't nobody never date me off no potential. You know what I'm saying? It was right. It was for some then or whatever. Yo, like it wasn't no potential.
Yo.
That's the case. I'll potentially still be still be with him or something.
Yeah, shout out. You said Ken?
Yeah.
Shout out to Ken, man. Keeping it a buck.
You remember Big Ken from Barbershop?
This is the person I'm thinking. Yo, I was asking you about. You had a fade?
What kind of bald head?
Bald head?
Security.
Oh, you hold on. From what shop?
Edge, remember?
I gotta see him, man. Cause listen, if it's who I think it is, of course.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah. But now, take it home, man. What's up? This dude took a huge deep breath.
No, because I mean, like I say, like this week been extra. You know what I'm saying? Like with my man's mom's passing,
right.
And
my condolences to his family. Again, tell Gary my condolences and all that. Always been a solid dude.
And just with the perspective of life and how stuff go, like you never know when you can lose someone.
Right.
And one thing I want to say to all the people that I know and that I love, that I try to put forth anything towards, like, I never mean no harm when I say the things that I say. They might come off harshly, but they always it's always love tied to them all the time. And if nothing else, I would just hope anybody that's listening to us that's gonna hear this again, just love the people that's around you a lot, because life is just it's an unchanging thing. It changes. It's always changing. I should not say unchanging. It's always changing. And with it always changing, you got to change with it. As much as we hate change as people, you know what I'm saying? Like people hate change. We have to adapt to it. And in change, like death comes in change. You know what I'm saying? Things break, people, you know what I'm saying? People pass away, and we have to learn how to cope with those things. And I just want everybody to know that if you can't cope with those things, you find you somebody that can help you cope with those things. And the mental health that's tied to it is insurmountable if you can have somebody to talk to about those things. And just don't go through this world and just be hurt all alone. And you don't have to be. That's my thing. That's it for me.
Let me say my 2 cents. My condolences for this has been a hard week for a lot of individuals. There's a lot of things that took place. I don't see it changing. It's not going to stop. But like Freddie said, right? The individuals that's in your family that you care about, your friends, whoever you're around, make sure you take time to really cherish them, because life seems short because it happens so fast. Things happen so fast. It happens in a split second. You know, you can be speaking to someone today. Later on that night, they could be gone, right? And then you just have memories. So therefore, when you have them when you have them now and they can be present, cherish those moments, because sometimes that's all we have to remember somebody by. So we didn't want to make this episode sad or a bunch of sorrow.
Right.
We appreciate all you guys checking out Two Brains One Goal again.
Absolutely.
Now, Pete, on Instagram is Mr. Frequent Flyer Miles. Make sure you like, share, subscribe, follow me. I got a lot of reels coming out, right? Also, I got Instagram. Excuse me, I got YouTube. I apologize. I got YouTube. Motivation spelled traditionally, the letter N consistently at YouTube. Booming. Full podcast, reels, motivation. TikTok, that's new to me. I'm catching up to y'all kids and all that. Y'all was cooking me on TikTok. You know what I'm saying? But on TikTok is Unconventionally Miles. Then it's Two Brains, One Goal on every platform, right? If you on a live and you listening to us, make sure you put some comments in the comment area. Because when we pick someone to come onto the podcast, we want to pick somebody that's tuned in, that's really locked into what we're doing, right? If you have a clothing brand, if you have a business or something of that nature, how will we know if you don't reach out to us, right? So it's cool to watch. It's cool to be on a live, but we need you to interact. So, you know, I'm one half of the conglomerate, one half of the committee. Unconventionally Miles, a.k.a. Mr. Frequent Flyer Miles, Two Brains, One Goal, episode 3. Come on, we up out of here.
We out of here. Peace. Love y'all.
Facts.
You know what? And I held out the whole time. You know that, right? You know I had to pee
Yo, bro,
so bad.
you was late.